Hi everyone. So I'm going to work on this piece again, and I know I'm filming this upside down, so hopefully I'm able to flip it when I edit it. So I apologize if I'm not able to. But for this one, because I know these are dollar store paints and they're going to be low on pigment, I'm using gesso. And the last time I used like a circular container kind of thing, almost like you would get a body butter in. But this time I have a bottle that actually I think I can be more precise with, and I haven't opened it yet. So, and there's bees flying around, so if you get into my paint, I will be mad. Stupid bees. Now you'll notice I have colored in some of the pieces here, and that is so that when I go to paint those pieces, I know exactly where I'm going to paint. Just wanted to do that ahead of time, so I did a couple and everything. So those are the colors I'm going to be focusing on today. So I have 4, 8, and what else colored in? 4, 8, 4, 8, 4, 8. That might be all I'm working on today. That might be all the colors I colored in ahead of time. And I use my Infinity pencil crayons, which it really damaged them, honestly. So don't use those Infinity pencil crayons or the Everlasting pencil crayons on canvas, because it destroyed them. It filed them down. So yeah, I really thought I had colored more than that. Nope, it's just 4 and 8. All right, both are some kind of reddish orange. So we're gonna take this. This is what I got with the kit. I've already done 1, 11, and 7. So let's see. What are we doing? Okay, 4 and 8. So I'm going to start with 4. Oh, we have 3 of the same paper. Lovely. I have. Oh, well, so much for that. I thought I had grabbed a case that was open, but I guess not. This is my mixing device, because they're small little canisters to go through. Alright. This is not open yet. Of course it's not. Okay. Okay, well I started opening it, clearly. Okay. I'm going to start with just using the lid. Ugh. So let's open 4. Hopefully it hasn't dried out. Oof. It's chunky. So hopefully I can just do that. I thought I had stirred this. Like I thought I had mixed it before I came out here. Alright, put that off to the side there. Alright, I have cheap tissues to help me out here, so. Try and dry that off a little bit so that I can mix and not get orange paint on my hands, hopefully. Ugh, that's chunky. That's like orange cottage cheese. Ugh. We're gonna run with the punches. Roll with the punches, I mean. Ugh. Yeah, that's orange cottage cheese. Ugh. Gross. Maybe I left it too long. Now, wipe off a little toothpick. Place it beside me. Okay. Alright, what do I do with this? I'll put it there. Okay, so we'll see what these brushes do. I think I might need to grab other ones though, because this is not going to do great. This is not the best brush for the smaller spots. Okay, start over here. I doubt this brush is going to be good. Alright. I mean, the gesso does make an improvement, and it makes more paint, which clearly they don't have a lot of paint in this little canister. Giving this paintbrush the benefit of the doubt here, but I don't think it's the right paintbrush for this spot. Still working on Violetta reactions right now, but I want to take a slight break from it. Just a slight break. Right now I'm waiting on I have a facial hair waxing appointment coming up. Very insecure about my chin hair right now, so ugh. I don't really want to go out in public. I feel like a bearded lady, and that's not a look I want myself. Not that I'm judging any girl who likes having a beard, I'm not judging, but not for me. So I hope you're not seeing that. So I'm filming it this way. And part of the reaction is seeing my face, so I really hope that, because the little circle where you see my face in the reaction is small, you don't see the beard that's forming. And maybe I'm just self-conscious because I'm stuck seeing my face every day, but it's not actually that bad. It might be one of those scenarios, but yeah. Very insecure about it right now. Definitely think this is a good life hack for doing a paint by number, because then I'm like not sure where the heck I'm supposed to be painting otherwise. So if I do the I Spy off screen with like pencil crayons, I think it works out pretty well. So I'm not playing I Spy with the paint by number. I'm also painting this the day before my birthday, so doubt you'll be seeing it today, but it's my last day of 24 before I officially turn 25. Okay. So, we got that feather done. Hopefully you're seeing that on camera. I'm gonna check it. Okay, well, it looks like you're seeing it on camera. I don't know if my head's covering too much of it. Alright. Okay, first. Did I do the right thing there? No, I probably did that wrong. Okay. Just continue. So kind of gradients into the next color. Did I do the wrong color there? There was some spots I'm like, is that a 4 or is that 15? Like, because they're on the middle of the line. Okay. Sorry if my hand or head is covering. I can't tell. I'm only one person in the at my phone tripod above me, so I will do 2 versions of this video, both the sped up and regular. The regular will be YouTube only, and the sped up might show up on TikTok. I'm not entirely sure. Sometimes I've tried to post things on TikTok and they're like, something's wrong with your video, so you don't get posted. I'm like, what? It was fine on YouTube. What was the problem? I'm guessing that one is a 4. Because the 4 is here. So I don't know if it means it's actually off center and it's supposed to be here. Because there's a 23 here, and there's a lot of 23s in this section. So I'm assuming the 4 is for this little divot part. Good. I haven't put my... knock on wood. Haven't gotten stuff on my hands yet. Paint on my hands, I mean. Okay. Just trying to be very careful and stay in the lines. But sometimes you just can't. With certain brushes won't let you do that. And these are pretty decent quality for Dollarama, but still on the lower end for the paint brushes. I meant to grab more fine detailed brushes and just forgot. So we're working with what the kit gives us. Alright. Okay. I know I'm supposed to work from the top down so I don't end up smearing paint, but whatever. Okay, the cottage cheese has settled a bit, so doesn't look right now too bad. I like cottage cheese, so I think it was only while I was mixing it, thank goodness. Okay. Do you want to be forever on my canvas, Bug? Because that's where you're going. Oh my gosh. So the bugs want to leave their stamp on my canvas. It's my canvas. Not yours. Arm's a little sore. Not from this painting, but from other work I've done lately. I've been doing a lot of cross stitching, and sometimes my cross stitching, my Fitbit recognizes cross stitching as swimming. So I've been doing a lot of cross stitching, and I had like over measured my string, and so yeah, my arm muscle that holds the needle is a little sore, like my shoulder right now. I'm only making it better by trying to replicate it. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay. Oh, this side too. Do this side. And I'm sorry the backdrop here is so patchy, but I ran out of paint. Legitimately ran out of paint for that background color. So, unlike the line I did, I couldn't just fix it up because the line's backdrop was black. So I could just take like a black marker and fix it. But this is a specific shade of blue, and I don't know if I have that in acrylic paint. So, it's patchy because of that. And I mixed the background blue. Oh yeah, I did that as well. That was another color. I mixed that with a fair amount of gesso, but I only had this container to work with, so I couldn't, put as much as I wanted to in there. Plus, I still wanted the blue to be blue, not white with a tint of blue. So that's why the background's so patchy, because I ran out of paint. And I was trying to make it work as best as I could. But yeah, I did 19 as well. That was the other color I finished already. So I'm trying to look at the numbers that look alike and do those back to back so that I'm not, I don't run into any issues. That's why I was specifically doing certain ones. And also like that I did the back first, so I know exactly where the image is and where the spaces are in between it. because it was kind of I was kind of unsure before I did the background color. I haven't painted in a while with actual paint. I've done a lot of like paints with paint markers. Like I've customized a lot of my blue light glasses, but those were paint markers because I could use paint markers and they're not as messy as like actual paint. And I love paint, but it's a lot to get out, and it's not. I don't have room to keep it out all the time, so I have to keep putting it away, which is why I don't paint as often as I'd like to. And I'd like to treat these like real-time videos kind of like a live stream in a way. So the speed up ones won't be that way, but kind of like a live stream. But I'm too scared to do a live stream. Also, I don't think I'm popular enough for people to actually watch a live stream, so that would be a little, that would make me feel a little bad, to say the least. I think that's a 4-2 there. Alright, next, the belly of the peacock is all eat, so let's ignore that. Now, I'll do these little tufts. In art, I'm mostly self-taught. I took a couple art classes, like, I had art during, like, an art elective a couple years in a row at school, but for most part, I'm mostly self-taught when it comes to art, so don't have much professional training. Just what I could get out of a high school art course, and just a regular public high school, like a art school. And a bit YouTube taught as well. Just watching what other people have done and being like, oh, so that's how you're supposed to do it, type of thing. Also watch animated shows partly for that reason. I like animated shows, but I also take notes, especially in 2D animated shows, because I'm like, oh, so that's how you draw that. Oh, that makes sense. Art is very much a learn by doing or learn by watching kind of a skill type of thing, but it's more so learn by doing. So those other paintbrushes are the same size as this one, so they're just getting my way to come off this side. I almost forgot this guy, this little piece here. Okay. Oh, over here. There's this one and there's this one. I'll go with this one first. These little tufts. I don't know what they're called. So I'm calling them tufts, okay? Can someone correct me in the comments? I don't know what this part of the peacock feather is called. These little feathering pieces that come off of the thing that looks like an eyeball. I'm calling them tufts because I don't know the proper name for them, so I'm just doing little tufts. You can correct me in the comments for what those are called, because I don't know. Okay, alright. Alright, that looks good. Am I missing any in that area? And I gotta say, I think this might be a little bit of AI art, because these pieces are just floating in the air. So, I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I do watch a lot of art YouTubers, and so I've gotten some knowledge about how to figure it out. And I think because these feathers are flying in the air, that it might be, you know, not human made. But didn't notice that when I bought it, so I apologize. Also, the pattern, like, or the, like, numbers on the canvas are off on some spots, so that could be another reason. I don't like that AI's ripping off artists' hard work, but I didn't buy this knowing that, but, and that's just a theory too, like, I don't know for sure if that's the case. That's just a theory, but I'm wondering, because there's some floating little feathers, that maybe that's the case. Now, usually, I wear my watch on this wrist. That's why there's a tan line there. But I shaved my arms last night and cut myself. So, my watch is on the opposite hand than it usually is. And that's why there's a tan line. I never mean to have a shaving injury, but sometimes they happen. Alright. Now we'll finish this side of the feather. I think another bonus to coloring it first is you at least have a base layer with like cheap paint. So you at least have that base layer that helps a little bit. Not much, but it helps a little bit. Downside is after I finish number 8, I'm going to have to play I Spy again for my next colors. Which can take a few minutes depending on how many there is of that color. Okay. So next, is it just this section next? Sorry, I didn't mean to be bird. Is that it for 4s? Yeah, I think 8 is all that's left except for that section of 4. I'm thinking I'm going to do 3. 3 will be next. I think 3 and 13 I will shade next. Alright. I think that's it for the red. Or for the 4, I think it's just these little eyeball feathers. I'm sorry, I don't know what they're called. But they look like cartoon eyes to me. Cartoon. Ugh. I struggle with that word. I didn't realize I did until someone pointed out that I say cartoon. Oops. Tried to fix up the part where I went out of the lines and one of the paintbrushes fell out of the case. Okay. That I'm not using. Alright. Okay. Yeah, they look like cartoon eyes to me. So that's what I'm calling them. I'm calling them the eye feathers. Or the eye part of the feather. I should know what these feathers are called, but... Because I know a lot of random animal facts, but I don't. I read a lot of those, like, Ripley's Believe It or Not, or National Geographic, weird but true, books as a kid, so that's why I know a lot of random knowledge about animals. Because I didn't have any friends, so I read a lot of fact books because I was a curious kid. Ugh. I still am a curious person. I still like learning new things. Okay. So back, is that it? Is 8 the only one left? And then I have to play I Spy again? I think that's it. Yeah, 8's left. And then I have to play I Spy again. For a minute there, I thought I missed an 11, but no, that's 14. This little V there. But there's no number in the middle here. Okay, so that's 10, because all the other ones are 10. Again, no number in the middle there. Okay. Alright, I guess school's out. Alright, so that is it for number 4. I'm going to grab something to offload my brush on, and then do a separate video for completing number 8. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed watching me in real time paint this piece here. So make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and follow if you're watching this on TikTok. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.